Before we show you our next feature, let's drop a hint about our artists for this week and reveal your works of art for this week.
In 1963, he left Nsukka to assume the position of West African representative of Cambridge University Press in Oyo State, a position which gave him the opportunity to travel frequently to the United Kingdom, where he attracted further attention. When he was in Ibadan, he became part of the Mbari Literary Club, which had members such as Wale Soyinka, Chinua Achebe, Mabel Shegun, Bruce Onobrakbeya, and John Pepper Clark.
And these are your works of art for this week. We begin with this work done by Peter. He titles it Cold. It's a pencil on paper work of art. He says his inspiration comes from the unbelievable depth of beauty captured by the eyes and the heart. Nzube has this photography work. He calls it Broken Reflection. Trust is like a mirror, he says. You may not be able to fix it when it's broken. Tuonyedikachi's work, titled Fear of the Unknown. It's done with oil on canvas. He adds that a lot of us are afraid about what we don't know, what we haven't even experienced, and that's what makes us lose the battle even before having the chance to fight. You know what? Buckle up, look at the challenge in the eye, and face it head on. Nice one there. To this graphite pencil on card work of art done by Chuka, it's titled Sting. Shola has this oil on canvas piece. He calls it Liberty. The Optimist has this work in progress, done with oil on wood plank. Yomi shows us his African Queen in a mixed media concept, while Ejiro has Hold Up, done with oil on canvas. Those are your works of art for this week. We do encourage you to keep them coming, and don't forget to always put the relevant information beside that piece. I'm enjoying the activity happening on our different online platforms, and you too can come on board. Just put your best works of art on any of our platforms and the relevant information beside it. It doesn't have to be a picture. Short clips of your performance can also be uploaded as well. Let's encourage young talents to grow, and even if they don't become artists, at least they will be able to express themselves creatively, just like the children that took part in this program at the United Nations Information Center in Lagos.
Students from various secondary schools in Lagos who were opportune to show their talent are here to see their works of art hanging on the walls of the United Nations Information Center.
It made me to realize that illiteracy is one of the major problems in the world, and my work can be used as a way to fight it.
I'm trying to show that there's a bright side of everything. People shine light on people that are less privileged, and the background, the color, the purple shows royalty, and red shows aggressiveness.
These pieces are selected from over 200 works of art and poems submitted for a competition which began months ago. Today marks the climax. Art for Sustainable Development, that is the theme of the exhibition. A collaborative effort of the United Nations Information Center, the Lagos State Ministry of Education, and the Tender Arts Nigeria to enlighten students on the 17 Sustainable Development Goals.
We realize that there is a very unique way to communicate, which is not top-down, but the person who you are communicating to actually is communicating to you. We want to take this initiative around the country. Now we have gone to Ogun State. We have talked to the Ministry of Education there. They are also excited. They want to see how the students can be involved in explaining or understanding, discussing what this is about. For us, we think this is a very useful tool because you know these children who are 15 today, if you are 15 today, how old will you be in 2030?
Armed with their instruments and live musical performances to woo the audience, the students believe they have been given an opportunity to express their understanding of the SDGs in artistic forms.
Why would you destroy further? Must you a carcass made of us?
They take the audience to a different place through the best of poems selected.
The light of transition over us. Viva! 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 The creation of outer globe.
I'm not a slave to sex. The kitchen and maternal homes, not my limit. Not object of ridicule in marketplaces. We are born equal. The partner of my brother, the delight of the world.
The organizers believe this will create an awareness of the Sustainable Development Goals amongst the youth.
The objectives of the Art for Sustainable Development Goals are to help children and young people to look inward and use their creative ingenuity to express in artistic forms the Sustainable Development Goals, to also raise SDGs advocates through art.
The SDG champion, Sheyi Ajayi, brings out another side of the audience as she unveils the theme song.
You can see the children have just shown that they have an idea about the Sustainable Development Goals. And we're gradually getting to the home stretch, so it's time to reveal our artist for this week.
Born on August 16, 1932 in Anambra State, southeast Nigeria, Christopher Ifekandu Okibo was a poet and an author. His father was a teacher in Catholic missionary, so he moved around a lot as a child. In 1945, he went for his secondary education in Umuahia Government College. Like many other major Nigerian writers, such as Wole Soyinka, Elechi Amadi, John Pepper Clark, and Cole Omotosho, he also attended the University College of Ibadan. Okibo first planned to study medicine, but changed his major to Greek and Latin, graduating in 1956. He began publishing his work in various journals, notably Black Orpheus, a literary journal intended to bring together the best works of African writers. But that did not stop him from rejecting the first prize in African poetry, which was awarded to him at the 1965 World Festival of Negro Art because of his firm belief that there was no such thing as a Negro or black poet. At the start of the Civil War in Nigeria, Christopher Okibo died in the battlefield in 1967, leaving a slim collection of 72 pages of poetry.
You can enjoy Art House on any of these platforms.
Next week on Art House. This is the time when there are loads of art events happening in Lagos. We begin in Yaba College of Technology, where students learn a thing or two about art illustration.
it's an opportunity for a school like ours to do this because we know that art is an international language, and so we want to speak it, we speak it internationally.
Then the Lagos Photo Festival comes to town. There will be an array of images to feast your eyes on. You'll see all this and more when you tune into the program next week. That's how the curtain falls on Art House this week, but you know where to find me on any of our online platforms. I'm so looking forward to interacting with you. I'm Melinda Akinlami. Have a lovely day.